We over here now with Focus Radio, man, and we're about to chop some things up on the radio, talk about some things that needs to be talked about. We're about to go in here and we about to chop it up with Focus Radio, y'all. Let's get it in, let's get it in. Come on, Star City, come follow me. Let's see Shimon.
Hello. Hello, welcome to Focus.
And who are you?
I'm Shimon. I'm the executive assistant of the company.
This is Miss Shimon, y'all.
Actually, Money Moan on Focus Radio.
Money Moan. Whoa, Money Moan.
I do the news from 12 to 4.
The news. Got Wabu sitting behind the desk right here.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And of course,
what up, world? It's your man Randy Griggs.
You hear that?
Radio.
Now I want y'all to pay attention because he's the one that's gonna be asking the questions. Him and Wabu. When y'all see him, y'all make sure y'all treat him like royalty because you know why? He's the man that might be able to play what you want played. So make sure you holler at him, okay? Very important, man. Get that fixed.
Alright, y'all. We right back in the booth, man, with the 540 radio show. Of course, it's your man Randy Griggs. I'm still hanging out with 7 ENT and brother Wabu Shabazz. Fellas, what's good?
Yes, sir. Peace. What's going on, man? What's happening, man? Y'all know Star City, man.
Hey, it's the Star City. It's time to shine, man. And that's why we brought 7 ENT down today, man. Let you shine your light on the world, man.
I definitely appreciate the love.
7, let me ask you this. When did you first start 7 Entertainment?
Oh man, 7 Entertainment. Let me tell you something, and this is funny. You know, when I was away, you know, I had a flag. I always wore my flag.
And universal flag?
Of course, a universal flag. Yes,
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
Nation of gods and earths all day long, man. 5% Nation of Islam, man. Stand up all day.
Yeah.
All right, we known and it's documented. But anyway, the whole thing was they called me 7 because of the peace. So 7 stuck.
Okay.
You know, and then later on in life, I was talking to my mother, and just so happened my grandmother had 12 kids. My mother was the 7th child.
Oh wow.
So it stuck.
Yeah.
It stuck. It was like, wow, it's meant for me to do that.
Okay.
It's meant for me to have that name. So
7 is the God.
that's the God name. It's the God number.
Yeah.
And it's a number that can never be divided.
Okay.
Try to divide it. You're going to always get a remainder. That remainder is me.
Indeed.
And y'all tried to divide me a lot out here. I seen that. But but you know, just having knowledge of self, you learn how to, you know, you cut the grass. When you cut the grass, you see the snakes. So I keep my grass cut.
Well, what's the next venture outside of parties? Or what's the next arm of 7 Entertainment?
Oh man, imaging and branding. That's very important because you know, you have a lot of people who's out here who have businesses and they don't know what to do. Yeah, their minds is all over the place. They need someone, especially if you're doing anything, you know, nightclub. You really need to get with people who knows the business. Yeah. Not just, you know, well, you know, I used to be a cashier over here, or you know, they're putting anybody in those type of positions, and that's what messes everything up. You know, your club environment has to be filled with people who knows what the environment should be about.
Right.
You understand? Not somebody that doesn't have a clue, because you could be letting in somebody that last week was, you know, was involved in something that was crazy.
Right.
And then you let them in because you not, you know, you thinking, oh, it's all right. That was last week.
Right.
You let them in and something else.
I think that's why most businesses fail. It be people that was like, they worked at McDonald's their whole life, and then think they could work a club or something like that. You can't do that. Like you just can't do that. That's why it be crumbling.
Right.
Yeah, it don't mix. You need to bring somebody along that can hold your hand and show you how to do this. Like, nah, you get these security dudes, you get this DJ, you do this, you mix this out like that. You could put your own twist to it, but still take their advice.
Star City is a small pond with big fish, and everybody wants to be the big fish. Nobody wants they don't want the pond to expand, because if the pond expands, they're not going to be big.
Right.
And that means that the rest of us is going to grow, and we're going to be about the same size. You see, so I mean, just another thing I want to say. Start out the Starks too. Stark Jones, man, for with JB's, man. I just want to, you know, just throw this in the air. You know, we had a black man with a business. It wasn't a business that was just open like yesterday. This man had a 30-year-old clientele that was coming through his establishment.
Shout out to him. That's amazing.
Shout out
too.
to that. Because you know, my thing is, you know, y'all can talk whatever y'all want to talk, but he's the only black man with his own business, club-wise, and restaurant. All right, and it was doing numbers.
Yeah.
Alright, so you know the thing that I'm saying is, you know, I hear a lot of flack about it because, you know, a lot of stuff was going on or whatever case may be. But my thing was this. He showed me love. You can look at my parties and tell that. You know, we had a great time. It was a great building, a great establishment. It's a great company, man. Right in the heart. And the thing is, you know, a lot of people ask, was I going to get it? And I had to laugh because, I mean, I'm not going to toot my own horn, so I don't want y'all to think I'm tooting my own horn, but
go ahead.
who better to run it than me?
Nah, you gotta toot your own horn. Sometimes you gotta pop your stuff.
I know what it is.
Nah, sometimes you gotta pop your stuff, though. You know I can't curse on here. You know what I really want to say.
Of course.
But you gotta do that sometimes because sometimes we be humbling ourselves too much. I gotta let it be known, like, if I'm great at this, I'ma say, yo, I'm great. Look at Mayweather.
Something that was real important. I always kept it with me. It's two things. It's two things that I kept with me in life. It was two things that was told me. First thing was, who told me one day I was in the park, I'm hanging out, whatever, and I ran to the tree to relieve myself, and there was an old man standing. He was a bum. He had the cart and everything, and he looks at me and he goes, "You know, it takes 15 minutes to get yourself out of trouble, get yourself in trouble, and 15 years to get out of it." And he bust out laughing, and he started pushing his cart, and he walked away. When it hit me again, I was getting locked up.
And that was a jewel he dropped.
That he dropped.
And it's crazy how it came from a person, quote unquote, a bum. But you know, people would just throw that off. Like they don't have jewels. And you get jewels from anybody. Everybody.
This is what I'm saying. Like, for those who, and I ain't taking nothing. Obviously, you from here, so you live here. You thought outside the box. So if you can think outside the box, there's a whole lot of thinkers out here.
Because you got knowledge of self only. Let's keep it real. Only. You can only think outside of the box if you got knowledge of self.
That's true. And a lot of them, you know, they don't. I just want to say this to the ladies. You know, we celebrate the ladies all day, every day. We love y'all to death. You know, I know that a lot of y'all are very religious, and I know that, you know, a lot of y'all go to church and y'all do these things, and that's wonderful. But, you know, as far as like with men, let me tell you something. Even Adam had a belly button.
Exactly.
He had a belly button, so you come from a woman. So my whole thing is respect that woman.
For real.
If you don't do nothing else, respect her. Because see, women have carried us on their backs for so long. Your daddy was
carried us in their stomach.
In the stomachs, man. You understand? And it's like, you know, we don't really pay homage to them. We dog them out and act like they ain't about nothing, and that's what holds us down on the road.
And that's crazy because I think back to before, you know, before it really was the trend in the mainstream to disrespect women. Like when Tupac was doing it, he was addressing those certain females that were, you know, these, or just had those mentalities that was foul. But at some point, it just, like, men started reflecting, looking at every woman as if she was a bee or a hoe, or, you know what I'm saying? So, but we just got to get back to getting it right, because there's a lot of good women out here, too, that do deserve their recognition, man. We appreciate y'all for real.
Oh, no question. Not for nothing. I remember when I first jumped off the highway, man, I wasn't here 24 hours. I wasn't even here 10 hours. And I was all over. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the accent. Oh, he's from New York. Once I hear that, it's over. But, you know, you out.
They start saying stupid stuff like,
say
dog, say garbage.
You know what I'm saying? Say this. Wow. But they do that. They do that. I love the way you talk. And I love your accent. I love your swagger. And, you know, and that's what got us hated a lot.
Definitely.
That's what got us hated. And for years, man, this is my city. I done bitter with dudes, man, that y'all couldn't even talk to at one time. You understand what I'm saying? You couldn't even get in their business. Like, who are you? Like, they ain't even no conversation. They just turn their back and walk away from me. And these are dudes that I know and love, and they know and love me and respect me to the fullest. So, you know, like I said, my job here is basically doing what I'm doing right now, expressing myself on radio and explaining to people that there is a better way of life out here. You just gotta grab it. There's a lot of you fellas that's out there that don't have not one blemish on your record, but you decide you want to be in the street. Let me tell you something. That's not the way to go. You got Norfolk and Southern right there, man. go get them jobs, man. They got hospital jobs, all types of jobs out here for you.
Yeah.
And all you gotta do is just have at least a GED, some type of college if you like, a couple of certificates, whatever. Do what you gotta do.
Right.
If you stuck and you don't know what to do for the men, listen. They always got CNA jobs open for men.
Good, you had a good one?
Yeah, we cool.
All right, good session.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, what's today's date? What's today's date?
It is the 10th of September, y'all.
All right,
2013.
2013.
Yes,
Which is the
Roanoke, Virginia.
Yeah, not a cipher.
Not a cipher day. It's not a cipher day for the girls. It's not a cipher, man.
All right,
Knowledge is
MultiHop
definitely
TV,
being added onto the
Focus
cipher.
Radio,
That's right.
7 Entertainment.
All day, every day, baby. What they say, guns down.
Guns down.
Seven, baby, guns down.
Hey man, this your boy Tommy P, man. You already know how we get down in the city, man. Good to have, you know, the great folks, 7 Entertainment up in here today, man, doing our thing, man. You know, the city, get it in. Star City is our city. Let's grow. Right here, Focus Radio. Get it.